off the fan for this. Just doing a little setup, and once the setup is done, the stream will begin in earnest. Okay, we need the lights for sure. Rather not use the fan if we can avoid it. Doing the last bit of setup here. Okay. Oh, I forgot one last thing. I need a little cup of water, don't I? This junky little shot glass I don't care about. Okay, and let's turn on the camera and go from here. See, how's the angle looking? Alright, there we go. Not the greatest angle in the world because of the being a little backlit, but what are you gonna do? At least it's kind of a shitty day, so we're not too bad. Also, hello, Helsing Interviews. So, like I said, we're doing a little something different compared to what I usually do. So I got this at a local Five Below, and I thought we would have some fun trying to do a creative stream of painting a gnome. Now, I don't have a creative bone in my body, so we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully, it'll go well. Obviously, the first thing when you're painting a gnome is the hat. And I don't think there's a choice. The hat is going to be red. Let's get started. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. It's a little hot out. So I might actually turn the fan on. It shouldn't be strong enough to mess with anything. I don't think. We'll find out in a minute. If things start blowing, we'll turn it back off. So I only just started this stream, Helsing. How did you find me? Or are you a follower already and I'm horrible and don't remember, and I apologize for that. Or are you somebody who's just recently changed their name, which Twitch that happens. Okay, the paint application actually is pretty decent. Expected this to be a little rougher than this. I also have no context of paint, so I'm just straight up working on a kit. And for anybody who's been on the stream for any amount of time, you know gnomes are very, very on brand. Also sticky. Which makes me stick to the PBS catalog we're using to protect my junky table. I was debating on putting some kind of music on in the background. Based on the idea of working with a gnome, I had been thinking of... Hey, Katie! I had been thinking of, like, foresty background noises, but decided to stick with nothing. That way I can just maintain conversation with whoever's here. I'm not bad, Katie. I'm not bad. Having a nice, chill Sunday afternoon. Thought I would do a little change of pace. As I said before, I got this little guy at 5 Below, and I thought painting him would make for an entertaining afternoon stream. And so far, so good. I have no idea what I'm going to do with him after the stream. Part of me was thinking if I got any donations while doing this, that I would ship it out to whoever donated the highest, but I don't think that's going to happen. Admittedly, one never knows, but can't say I expect it. It's still morning for you, that's right. I live in your future. I'm very sticky. Because of how warm it is and how sweaty I am, I guess. 11 p.m. or a.m. Yeah. I always think you're near Texas rather than, closer to Cali. And this stream will be the first creative stream that I'm actually going to save to my highlights, so in the future, this will be a fairly consistent rerun on the channel. Because gnomes are on brand. So if you're watching this in what I deem as the future, hello. Gone. Yeah, it's warm here too, but not 112 degrees warm. Also, I know y'all can't see it right now, but it's amusing to me anyway. I'm using a ripped up PBS catalog to protect my table. Oh shoot, they are not generous with the amount of paint they give you. I'm just looking at how little red I have left already. Okay. So we are almost done with the hat. Which in my opinion should be the last of the red that we need. Oh my goodness, please don't die. Oh yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet. I rearranged the room a little bit. And since really, when was the last time I did a stream where you can see my full room? I can understand the confusion. I'm actually in the midst of redecorating. I was in the middle of cleaning and redecorating when, oh shit, it's almost 2 o'clock when I announced that this stream would be starting at 2. I need to stop for a little bit to do the stream as promised. Okay, so we are almost done with the hat. Well, I will admit, this brush is not good for the finer details. But, to be fair, I don't think this whole case was meant for anyone doing anything super serious. There we go, the hat's done. Not so bad. Let's clean the red paint off of our little brush. And for the record, yes, I am using the Salmilky shot glass for the paint. For cleaning the paint off. Let the brush dry for a minute. Don't accidentally drink paint water. Don't worry, it's not green. I'll be fine. Okay. Now, I think the next thing we want to do is the gnome's skin. Which, since we don't have a peach, I think we're going to go with yellow. Because fuck it, I'm doing primary colors. I don't give a shit. His flesh shall be yellow, thus says the Lord, thy God. Hey Grayson, how you doing? Don't type taint water, Grayson. I mean, not Grayson, Katie. The gnome has jaundice. Yes. Yes, we're painting a gnome. How you doing, Grayson? I thought this might have been a little relevant to your interests, thus the tag. Plus, you know me, I like to experiment with different stream ideas and see what sticks. I also don't play enough in creative, where I probably should. I believe that's all of the gnome's flesh. It is. But there is still a little section of the flower that should be yellow. And also his lips, which I'm going to purposefully fuck around with a little bit. Okay, Cumberbatch, I'm dumping paint on your face. I'm going to use a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow. Clean it up. Oh, that did not work. That did not work at all. It just looks like he devoured flesh. He obviously devoured some flesh. I was going for a way to, like, make it a lighter orange, and it's just like, no, not at all. Instead of light orange, you get horrifying monster. Which, okay, that's going to be a thing that's happening. I will just have to deal. Okay. Next thing will have to be, I think, his back. Yeah, I need to buy a palette thing. I don't have that. This was just meant to be a light, silly project for a little while. You know, this wasn't meant to be anything serious, and this is basically me messing around, learning, seeing what works and what doesn't, that kind of thing. This guy will chill out on the front yard for a little bit until the neighborhood starts fearing it, which is, to be fair, very likely. We have local kids that'll probably be scared of this thing, to be completely fair. He does! He definitely does, unfortunately. He is obviously the evil version of my D&D character. Who's a character who is already very much borderline humans are garbage, we should get rid of them, based off of the horrible things he has seen in game. I don't know if you guys have been here for the D&D streams where he has been around. Yeah, you don't usually make it to the D&D streams, do you, Grayson? Now that Grayson's here, I keep saying Grayson when I mean to say Katie. Yeah, and the Pathfinder streams usually start at around 11. So that's like super early in the morning for you. Although, now that I've found out about Twitch highlights, Pathfinder streams will be saved indefinitely to the channel. And like this stream, I will be using it as stuff while I'm not around. You know, set up long reruns for when I know I'm not going to stream for a few days or something. Also, I've been raiding our local Toys R Us's now that they've hit the 60% off area. So I have gotten some hashtag good deals from Garfield, the deals wizard. Okay. We're actually not doing too bad here. Make us a little bit of pants that are a bit visible blue too. Because why not, right guys? Actually, quite a bit harder to work with than I expected it to be. Oh, it dries really quickly though, which is good. Alright. Oh no, they are the Pathfinder ones are gone. They've been gone. But the next time we play, I'll be able to do save it like that. Oh, bugger. Still got paint on me. The shirt's done. Oh, no, Toys R Us is actually still around. They're at their 60% off thing, so they're not as the deals are not as great, but they still exist. Or rather, there isn't that much left. Okay, so let's muck around with green because he's got a flower and it needs to be green. This is taking nowhere near as long as I expected. I thought this stream was going to be a couple of hours at least. Shows you how little I know about creative ventures, huh guys? I expected this to be a couple of hours, and I get the feeling I'm gonna be lucky if I get an hour out of this. But to be okay, what color should the flower itself be? I have a thought. Might not be a good thought, but we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see how this works. We're messing around with mixing colors now. We're getting advanced. Because I believe that you can do it. Because you can do it. I believe. Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe. It'll put a lot of great thoughts in your heart. I believe. Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe. It'll put a lot of good thoughts in your heart. Here's some happy little clouds. And some happy little trees. That mixed pretty well. We actually got a nice shade of pink out of that. Look at that. Look at that. We're doing pretty good, guys. We are doing pretty good. Now the next thing we want to do is figure out what color the pot is. I have some thoughts, but first I want to do a little more touch-up on his flesh. Because we're going to destroy the yellow in doing this. Okay. Yellow. And blue. A touch of red. See if it'll work. Didn't make the color I really wanted. I was hoping to get a brown out of it. So we kind of got this weird grayish color. But it's working. It's working. Like I said, there are no mistakes here. Just happy accidents. And dear God, I need a finer brush than this. Okay, but we're getting places. We're getting places. Okay, so next thing is the boots themselves, which I planned on making black instead of brown, which is traditional in a lot of garden gnomes. Because no colors anymore, I want them to be turn black. I am not neat, which is unfortunate. But we're getting somewhere. We're making some progress. Okay. And you'd think we're done, right? Take a look at him. Let him dry off. But no, 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 no. We are not done. Friends. Friends, 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 friends. We are not at all done yet. Dry out the brush. In probably the worst possible way, but we're still gonna wash off the brush. And I'm actually gonna step away for a minute to give the gnome an opportunity to dry completely before we move on to what is likely the last part. Mostly because I have to pee. Okay. I have returned. And now, for the last bit that I wanted to try, I'm going to put a fair amount of black down. And now, I'm going to put white in it. Definitely need a lot more white. And still more white. To get a nice gray that I want to use for his beard. It's not actually as light as I would like it. But you know what? Not all gnomes are old men. Oh, do not put the gnome's feet on your shirt, you fucking idiot. Yes, I like that idea better. Add my own little touches to this guy. Give him a unibrow. We're almost done. Okay. I think we can call our Gnome done. What did you laugh at? I completely missed it. I was so into painting this guy. Hello. What's this piece of paper back here on the gnome set? They actually give you directions on here. Oh. They actually give you directions on how to make the colors. Which, to be fair, amuses me. Anyway. Given I actually went out for a little while today, I have some bags that I can use for the garbage. Which, while I'm here, I'm just cleaning out my own garbage. Which is, you know, my entire life. Okay. So now to clean out the garbage that we have to work with, I'm gonna... Oh, they don't put the gnome's feet on your shoes, yeah. That makes perfect sense. Okay. I'm still waiting for our little gnome to dry. And oh my god, this paintbrush is definitely seen better days. I was considering on if I wanted to keep it. And once it dries, I still might, so I'm just going to throw it over there. The paints are all mixed together to high hell. Let's do a shot together, shall we? I'm kidding. I am absolutely kidding. I would never... Actually, no, the Salmilky shot was green. Okay. Now, this is the section I have to be a little careful with because there's paint all over. Excuse me, just stepping away for a second. No colors anymore. I want to tremble like that. Ah, shit, I got paint on myself. Shoot. This was a $3 shirt, but it was a shirt I wanted. Shoot. Well, good news and bad news, everybody. I got paint on my shirt. So I ended up, unfortunately, come out. Hopefully it'll survive the washing. But yeah, we may have lost a shirt to the gnome. I am not entirely sure yet. We will see soon enough. Okay, I'm just changing the shirt because I just threw it right into the wash. Alright. Hopefully that was all off camera. I really, really hope so. Anyway, here is our gnome friend. I decided to give him a unibrow because I'm a sick fuck. He's still drying. The camera doesn't really show it too much, but it is a different shade of black than the whatever. And this, honestly, for a first time out, it doesn't look bad. I think it was worth the $5 just in entertainment value of painting it, to be honest. And now, we have to end the stream with something beautiful. I will return. I'm back! As punishment for... Okay. As punishment for finishing the gnome way too early. But first, since Avi's here, I'm going to show Avi the finished product. But I wanted to get this stream up to an hour, which I still won't, but whatever. We have a shot glass here. And in this shot glass is salt. Put the absinthe back. Take out the spoon. And for the record, yes, the spoon I'm stirring it is a sonic screwdriver. Are we ready? We have the sonic screwdriver out. Allons-y. I think that was more salt than it was absinthe. Oh, God. Ugh. Oh. I need to chase that with water. Oh, there we go. There we go. The dark deed is done. We painted a gnome. We had a lovely Sound Milky shot. And we still have hit about... We're at 53 minutes, so we drank a little bit. We painted a lovely gnome. We actually managed to make him no longer look like a cannibal because we painted his beard so he didn't have the blood on his face. We gave him a unibrow to correct how badly my painting skills are. We messed around with color theory, figured out how to, we made some pink, we made some brown. The gray didn't go as light as I would like, but it is a different color. For a first attempt, I am pretty proud of how this came out. Now, there are two other sets like this that I could pick up at Five Below in the near future. One is painting a llama, which I don't think I'm going to do because that's just brown. I don't have the dexterity to use a brush like that on something like that and make designs. The other one is deeply offensive to me. It's Paint a Buddha. If they had painted Jesus along with Paint a Buddha, they'd be fine. But the fact that they're both their own things bothers me. Okay, thank you for the suggestion. Katie says to start with white paint, then start dabbing a little bit of black until I get the color I want. So, that'll be what I do next time. But I think coloring-wise, we'll probably stick around with crayons and markers. I don't know if I'm going to do another sculpture, because I'm definitely going to save this as a creative stream to the replays. And if you're watching on a replay, shout out to you. And, yeah. have a good night, everybody. Being that this stream was was less than an hour, I will be back this evening. I have not decided what I'm gonna do. Likely a Mega Man game, because I'm still hyped for Mega Man 11. And Monday we will be on Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, for as long as it takes us to get through that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I may or may not come back tonight. Have a good night, everybody, if I don't. Bye!